Hello, Internet! Ever wanted to talk to Five Nights at Freddy's characters? Me too. Or maybe you want help writing fanfic of them. Well, today's your lucky day! I made a special little tool that can help you do just that. Okay, so this video is maybe not entire. This video is vaguely scripted, only vaguely. And also it might not have a lot of editing, so I apologize if I ramble or pause for really long periods of time and shit. Okay, so the first thing you're gonna want to do is you're gonna need to use an app called Koboldai. This guide is about how to use it online. However, there's also a local version that you can download to usually to a Windows PC, which is probably what I'll make the next tutorial for. But you'll have to use this web page, which I'll link in the description. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is just follow all of the instructions. Okay, so skip this if you're playing on desktop like I am. Then you're gonna look down here, and this is the GPU version, which has slightly smaller models. So what you're gonna want is you're gonna have to choose only submodels will work with the Fnaf stuff. I'll probably put on screen or actually I can just look up which ones would work with the Fnaf stuff. I'm sorry, I'm all over the place. Okay. So it seems like the ones that will work are Nary's and Janeway 2.7b. These two. So you can choose either one of these. But I recommend Nary's 2.7b because that's what I originally used. The other models aren't compatible with the Fnaf soft prompt, but you can use the world info with them, but it might not work as well. Okay, so yep, make sure you're set to this one or this one, Nary's or Janeway. Then you click the play button and just let it run. Oh, also you have to be signed into Google Drive, and you need to and shit. And you need to give it permission to connect to your Google Drive. A thing will pop up when you run this first play button. You can't see it, but it'll ask you to make sure you're signed into Google Drive, and it'll ask you for permission to connect to it. Because Koboldai, the web version, saves files in your Google Drive so that you can access them later. Okay, so it's gonna have a bunch of technical looking output. You can just ignore most of this as long as there's no errors. It might take a little while to run, so feel free to just go and do something else that's quick, but you can do something else while you're waiting. Sorry. I'm also training a version that will work with the TPU edition, which has slightly better models. So yeah, I'll make a tutorial in the future for that too. Okay, is it done yet? Still going. Yeah, you can double click on some of these code blocks, or click show code, and if you scroll down and look for when the green arrow shows up, that'll show you how far through the thing it is. Okay, still installing everything. You can also click this button over here to check your files. So yeah, generally on Colab it generally tends to be faster and more powerful than on locally, but personally I just like running it locally sometimes, just because I kind of find it easier in some ways. It's almost ready, I think. I might cut out some of the sections of me talking here, or I might not. I kind of just want to get this tutorial out so people can see how cool this is. And it's ready. So you just, once it says Koboldai has finished loading, is available at the following link, you just open this link in a new tab. There we go. Okay, so next what you're gonna want to do is you're gonna want to download my Fnaf module or soft prompt or whatever, the Fnaf add-on, and the latest version of the Fnaf lore book. I'll put downloads for both in the description. So I already have both. So then once you've downloaded them, what you're gonna want to do is go in here. You can go in here, go to soft prompts, the soft prompts folder, right click it, choose upload, and then navigate to your file or whatever that's on your own PC. You don't unzip the file, you just upload the zip file itself. Don't unzip the zip file at any point. Then you just upload it, and it's in soft prompts. Then you go to stories, and you upload the Fnaf story template with the world info. Oop, I got a little error there. Oh well. And there we go. Then you should be able to go back to the Koboldai client, choose load from file. Oh wait, no. Choose load, then choose Fnaf Security Breach World Info version 1. Choose load. Then you choose soft prompt. Choose Fnaf AO3 fanfics. Choose load. Then you should be able to get started. First, I'll show you the chatbot mode. For chatbot mode, you're going to want to go to settings, choose chat mode. Then you're going to want to go to formatting, choose single line. Then you choose a name down here that you want, like, it can be either your own name, it can just be you, like is the default, or you can like roleplay as a character. You could probably even roleplay as like a Fnaf character talking to another Fnaf character if you really wanted to. You know what, maybe I will. I'm gonna be Sun. And then what you do is you have to write a starting section, a starting prompt. And if you're in chat mode, that has to be in script format. So you're gonna want, the thing is on the prompt, which is the starting point, you're gonna want to write for both characters, but then after that you just write for yourself. Okay. So something like this would be good. Sometimes it'll generate stuff that's kind of weird. So if it generates something that doesn't quite make sense, you just click retry. And you can also go into memory, and at any point and edit, like, these things are things that will, little notes for the AI that, like, it'll look at every once in a while, and then it'll know what to do. So, like, this is the memory section, which is, like, the main notes. So, like, here I'm gonna put Sun and Moon are chatting. And then I think the author's note by default on this file is set to Five Nights at Freddy's fanfiction as the genre. And then so just whenever you, oh, actually, once you've done the first part, you can just type in what you want to say, and it'll, like, while you're in chat mode, and it'll just fill it in for you. I keep almost typing in Sun's name, which would end up accidentally duplicating his name if I did that. I'm trying. So yeah, this is basically how chat mode works. So you can just keep going whenever, and whenever you want to save, you choose save as, and then you just type in a name like Sun and Moon Chat, and it'll save to your Google Drive. Okay. So next, let's try just the regular mode, which you do that by choosing load, choosing going back to the world info, and then yeah. And then you just make sure that chat mode is turned off. Make sure that single line is turned off. And then you can start actually using it just like a writing aid. Like, you just start writing fanfiction, and whenever you get stuck, you just press the submit button, and it'll try to suggest some ideas for how the story should go next. So you know what, I'm gonna, well, in the world info, I only have a little bit of stuff so far, so I'm not so sure about using any characters other than Sun and Moon, because those are the characters I mainly have stuff for in the world info. So I'm not sure how well other characters would work. Sun was sitting in the daycare. I'm just making up this story, like, as just however. So yeah, this part, everything after what I typed in is AI generated. So yeah, this is actually pretty nice. And what you can do is, if, let's say the AI said something that you don't really think fits or whatever, you can either press retry, or you can go back and like pause. I think that's cute, but let's change it to hands. You can just go back and edit it, and it'll just fix. You can just type it in, or you can just highlight stuff and just delete it. It's basically just like a regular text editor, just whenever you press submit, it'll write more. So that's how that works. Then, so Sun default mode test. And then the last mode I'm going to show you is adventure mode. I haven't actually tested this one yet. Oh, first I better load up this world info. So let's turn on adventure mode. I'm not sure. I don't know what that button means because I haven't tried adventure mode yet. So actually, you know what? Actually, yeah, because a lot of the stuff in the dataset uses YN. So I'm gonna, or your name. So I'm just gonna use it here to see if it works better. So that seems about good. So let's try submitting. Oh, I'm gonna retry that. Oh. Oh. Why is Afton alive? Maybe it's like... Wait, no, all of his children are dead. Maybe it's a very, very distant cousin or something. Night Watch Man? Maybe I should just go with one of these and just edit it. I'm sorry this is taking so long. But yeah, you just type in what you want to do, and it'll have you try. It'll display what you. It'll do what you asked it to. So like ask why. Yeah, sometimes the stuff it puts out is a little weird. But yeah. Yeah, I think that's enough of that for now. So the last thing I'm going to show you is the world info. So you click W info, and it'll show you all of the world info entries. This is basically like a little encyclopedia that the AI looks at whenever an entry is mentioned, and it'll get the information. So like if you say any of these keywords, so like sun, sun drop, sunny, daycare attendant, it'll bring up the info for sun, which is formatted like this because it fits into less space while still the AI still understands it fairly well. And if you want to, if you like, let's say you're writing an AU story, or like, or like something has changed in mid-story, you can write in extra info. You can edit this information however you want. So like, let's say you want to write a story where sun and moon have been separated. So you can just edit this to be different and mention that they've been separated. Yeah, this is so there. If you edit it like this, it should now know. It should now know that they're supposed to be separate. And it's not even limited to that. You can like edit appearance details or gender or personality. But yeah, there's not just characters in here. There's also like items, like moon drops and sunny drops. There's locations like the Superstar Daycare and the Pizzaplex. Except that's pretty much all I have at the moment of making this video because I don't know. I just haven't worked on this a ton. But I'll try to like give downloads in the future for updated versions. And that's basically it. So yeah, basically chat mode you have the settings on chat mode in single line. On adventure mode you set it to adventure mode with single line off. And then for regular mode you just have both adventure mode and chat mode off, and then you have a single line off. And that's basically it. Bye. I don't really know how to end this video. Hope you have fun.